What's some more go on, mama? What's up there with this guy again? People bless up there, man. No, sir. Listen, all this work, even more. Yeah. Alright. Welcome to the platform, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from Bolo VYBZ from my phone. I'm from my computer from Bolo VYBZ 2.0. Alright. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. First, what I deal with the Vance Cartel situation over Trinidad. You understand? Because I don't really know the details of it. You say, wait, I started get like them restrict him away. Me I tell her, hey, last time I don't know. I don't know what is going on about. Something is going on. Anyway, let me share my screen real quick before I go to the next story. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, as I come through the door, I beg you, please, in that Jesus' name, please, we are begging you to hit the like button. Thank you very much. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Vance Cartel, the Trinidad and Tobago minister limits Vance Cartel movement while in the country. Now, I believe they did have I believe Trinidad and Tobago did have what call it? Our prime minister and minister. I think, Trinidad and Tobago must have like Stuart Richard Young, SCMP, is Trinidad and Tobago attorney and politician. You know how about that? One of them prime minister. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I believe I the Trinidad and Tobago. I believe was a new prime minister. Yeah, man, see there? She named Kamala first son. What is? This Alright, so she are the new prime minister. Right? The other day, she put out a strong stance where she's telling the people within the government that we're not gonna give you any extra salary for housing, you know. You guys have to go ahead and make buy your own house. So that is to show you the type of person that she is. We have the G-Talk. No, it's not about worrying about the country. We just want to know who is the actual prime minister. You're not just for context. I to understand what is going on with context matters. Right? So knowing that she is the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and the fact that I believe they're having some real serious issues where crime is concerned. Now I'm going to read the article. And what the article says. You understand? Now, Mr. Context matters. I did not read the article yet. So this was today. It was, I don't know how long ago, how much hours ago this article was that, but it was that long. It's a Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago Defense Minister Wayne Strug. Oh, Wayne Strug is the Defense Minister. Wayne Strug. I'm looking for Wayne Strug. I want a Wayne Strug. Defense Minister. Wayne Strug. Sorry, Wayne Strug, Trinidad. Alright, Wayne Strug. Must not hit that image that way. So this is Mr. Strug. Okay, so Mr. Strug. Alright, Mr. Strug. And he's an attorney too. Okay, Mr. Strug, big up yourself. You have balling like me, if I get out of the ball, what you do, hold on to it. Anyway, enough about that. Enough all that people in life. It says here that Wayne Strug has reportedly issued an immigrant order against dancehall artist Vybz Kartel.
emotional damage.
Yeah, that sound good. That sound good at all, people. That sound good. That sound good at all. Who is scheduled to perform in the country later this month, right? That his travel itinerary be cut according to reports from the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. Let me see them people that can hear me, by the way. When I hear me? When I hear me good, man. Probably too good. Hey, too good is good. Good is good. Anyway, Vybz Kartel, who's given the name Adidja Palmer, is scheduled to perform in Trinidad and Tobago May 31st. However, Scrooge has reportedly blocked Vybz Kartel from participating in a morning radio interview and a midday appearance, TV appearance, and a local press drop-in on May 27th. Additionally, he has been banned from participating in a meet and greet, a visit to a school or youth center, a cultural lunch with community leaders on May 28th. Well, this sounds like weird, I don't know, but let's continue. According to Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, the minister has noted that these restrictions stem from past legal troubles. His concerns about it interacting with the country's vulnerable youth, particularly as his conviction was not based on merit but on a legal technicality. Mighty God! Shots fired! They know what time practice. They know how to not influence their youth. That is it right there. Trinidad and Tobago said, nope, we're not having it. Kartel was freed from prison on July 31st last year after 13 years behind bars for unaliving his friend Clive Lizard Williams. His conviction was overturned by the United Kingdom Privy Council, which cited misconduct on the part of the jury. That decision was upheld by Jamaica's Court of Appeal. So basically what I'm reading from this by Jamaican people is that the lawyer and the justice minister and attorney is not into Vybz Kartel at all. How he's looking at this is that, Vybz Kartel really was free because of a technicality. Some advice too loud for this one. Yeah, my voice is way too loud on this. I don't think my real microphone is set here. Something is wrong. I'm going to fix it. Hold on, let me give me a second. Something wrong with some people. Something is desperately wrong here. My voice shouldn't sound like that. I think I'm operating from the default. My voice should sound way better now. I'm sorry. Mic check 1 2. I'm sorry. There we go. My bad, y'all. Damn, yo, look what tell me say. Bolo, that not sound like your voice. You should have tell me, man. That's some. Come on, man. Y'all gotta help me out here. Alright, y'all gotta help me out. Y'all gotta help me out. So maybe I need to do that over. I probably should. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo VR. Ooh. And we're here in the space again. All I ask is that y'all hit that like button. Thank you very much. Coming through the door, share the live. Don't keep it to yourself. No, I have to do this one over for audio purposes. TNT minister limits Vybz Kartel movement in the country. Alright, and that's this gentleman right here on your screen. He is the Minister of Defense. Yes, so here we go. It says here in the article that Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago Defense Minister Wayne Strug has reportedly issued an immigration order against dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, who is scheduled to perform in the country later this month. That his travel itinerary be cut according to the reports from Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. Vybz Kartel, who was given the name Adidja Palmer, is scheduled to perform in Trinidad and Tobago May 31st. However, Scrooge, is that Scrooge? Scrooge has reportedly
blocked Vybz Kartel from participating in the morning radio show, a midday TV appearance, and a local press drop-in on May 27th. Additionally, he has been barred from participating in a meet and greet, a visit to a school or youth center, and a cultural lunch with the community leaders on May 28th. According to the Children and the Baby Guardian, the minister has noted that these restrictions stem from Vybz Kartel's or Mr. Palmer's past legal troubles, raising concern about it interacting with the country's vulnerable youth, particularly as his conviction was not based on merit but on a legal technicality. Now, let me continue. Kartel was freed from prison on July 31st last year after 13 years behind bars for the unaliving of his friend Clive Lizard Williams. His conviction was overturned by the United Kingdom Privy Council, which cited misconduct on the part of the jury. That decision was upheld by Jamaica's Court of Appeal. Now, I want you guys to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that what's her name? Spice was one of those that, there was controversy over her having a school tour. Well, I don't know what you guys think about this one. I'm definitely not defending Vybz Kartel on this one. I'm not throw him under the bus neither. I understand both sides of the spectrum, where the juror, the lawyer saying, well, we don't know if he really did the crime, so we don't want him to influence our youth. It was just a technicality. If they had done their job properly, he probably would be in prison. I think that's what he's saying. And how can you go argue that down? I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna argue that down. But in terms of his music and stuff like that, him meeting with the youth and influencing the youth, Vybz Kartel influence is Vybz Kartel influence. Even if them don't put him in front of the television, him still gonna have influence, But I can see why he would want to minimize the influence. Alright? All I would say is that I don't know this gentleman and his moral standpoint and how he looks at things. The only thing I would question him on, which is not in defense of Vybz Kartel, is he saying that a legal technicality is something that he would not have ruled in favor of Vybz Kartel, because there is people out there in terms of in law and like attorneys that would bend the rules of law because they believe and in themselves or believe in themselves that the person is guilty of a crime, so they would do any little thing for them to be locked up. No credit. So I think that is the perspective of which this gentleman is coming from with Vybz Kartel. And I think Vybz Kartel is going to have this type of issue when he goes into other countries, because you don't know who is the personnel there and how they think. You know what I mean? And how they view things. Credit for your phone you're talking? Oh, you have to call somebody. Oh, sit here. You have to take the call out there, so because I don't want to disturb your life. Hold this. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about that and give me your perspective. I just think that the lawyer right here, this part right here is a kind of suspect to me. He says it wasn't based on merit. That means he doesn't believe that Vybz Kartel is actually innocent. He believes it's a technicality why he got off. And probably he's viewing Vybz Kartel as a criminal. Probably he views Vybz Kartel as a criminal deep down. But him don't want to say it. But him are using powers them to block off as much as he influence from the children them as possible. That's what I read from it. But I think it's an interesting situation. And I would love to hear the many different stands that you guys have. Una different Vybz Kartel from that one, yeah? Like on the different Spice card. Not on the different Spice to go up on school tour and go influence the youth them, you know. Well, anything God say that me I work with. If God say him not to do it, and if God not pleased with him doing it, I'm not pleased either. That's how me left it. Anything God say that me I work with. Anyway, moving right along. Just as me say, let me know what you think about that in the comment section, alright? Anyway, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here, I had to share. This is absolutely hilarious. Listen to me, man. 119. Hold on there. Anyway, people. Anyway, this one right here is hilarious. 119. Oh, Lord. 119 put out a video and uno tell me if me wrong. I'm taking this as 100% comedy. I want to ask the questions because I don't know. Is it Miss Kitty that is suing 119? I don't know. But the way how the man put out this video, I'm assuming that is Miss Kitty that is suing 119. And I might be wrong. So I will be stand corrected if I am wrong. However, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Listen to this. Jesus have mercy of Nazareth. Father God take your wheel. No, sir. Like I share the video, people. What hear the bangaranga?
I am begging. I have to come and beg. I'm begging Miss Kadeen Hilton, popularly known as Miss Kitty. I am begging if you could, you and your husband, if you could represent me in court. I have no lawyer. And I have no money to pay no lawyer.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Forgive me. The Lord, please forgive me if I am reading this wrong. But look at 119 shirt. Look at 119 pull off a slave, a runner from the plantation look. No. People, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
I have no lawyer. And I have no money to pay no lawyer. So I am asking you, Miss Kitty, and your lovely husband, Mr. Ian Wilkinson, King's Counsel, Mr. Wilkinson. Anybody can send this video to Miss Kitty or Mr. Wilkinson for me, please. Because I had to go to court the other day without a lawyer because I have no money to pay a lawyer. And it is all over the media, in the Gleaner and the Star and everywhere on social media, and I feel so ashamed. I feel so ashamed, so I have to go to court. I'm not a liar, I'm not even have the money to pay no lawyer. May I ask if Miss Kitty and your lovely husband, Mr. Ian Wilkinson, if both of you could just voluntarily do it pro bono for me. Meaning, just do it for me out of the goodness of our heart, God. I don't have it. I tell God truth, I feel a way when I have to go to court and I don't have a liar and the judge run me out of the court because I don't have a liar. I feel a way. I don't tell a lie. I check some liar, but all of them want big money. And you know, so I can't go to jail. I can't go to prison for 4 or 5 years. Or I have to pay 4 million. The fine of 4 million in prison.
People, yo, CW, Yeah, me I say, man. Yo, me say, Lord, forgive me if the man is being honest. Patrice, how you doing, love? Lord, forgive me if this man is being honest and true. No. Look upon the man, people. The man too good. Yo, listen to me. That brother I want genius. If I am not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, no Miss Kitty has sued the man. And him husband at King's Council. You know, me I go find back the story. Me I go find back the original video. What him do when him say him I get sued. And when him actually respond and say, because, hey, no sir, this not normal. Yes. Fi chat. Yes. The man is a comedian, Nerine. There you say man a comedian. Whoa, you look, hey, listen to me, man. You listen to this.
Look where me get myself in, Jesus Christ. Look where me get myself in, man. Oh God, look where me get myself in. When me go find money now to pay a lawyer. Me can't even find money to buy food right now. Me there. I want some money to go buy 1 pound of flour and half. Oh God, look where me get myself in. When me go find money now to pay a lawyer. Me can't even find money to buy food right now. Me there. I want some money to go buy 1 pound of flour and half stick of butter. That me used to eat when me a pick me now. 1 pound of flour, enough time me have to go to shop go buy 1 pound of flour, half stick of butter. That save me. Save my life enough time. I want the money now to go buy that half stick of butter, 1 pound of flour. Not even that me can't find white squad. But they are hungry much less to go find lawyer fee if you go pay a lawyer. Oh God, me get myself in a big trouble. Big trouble. I don't know what I'm going to do, you know. I'm not trouble, no man. I give me that flag boat, no man. I get it up. Me not flag boat, woman again. Me not no more video. I say nothing bad boat, woman again. Me learn my lesson. Me learn my lesson now. Me learn my lesson. Me learn my lesson. Me don't say that bad boat, woman again. Me can't pay a lawyer. We forget money from me pay a lawyer. That's why I beg Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yo, listen me, man. Yo, that brother I need an award. You understand me? I say, yo, this dude is on another level. Yo, the man say him can't even find money for buy butter. Yo, Patricia, CWVN, who tell me the truth? Oh, why you giving this waste man energy? No, come on. Sometimes you have to laugh. Vian, no. Me not like how you look on the thing. Vian, sometimes you have to laugh. This man clearly, you understand, this cannot be real. Ain't no way the man come out in a slave garment. And the man I put on a good show, you know? Robert Brown, walk one. They said this man was posting how he is big labor, right? And he agree with so much foolishness. Well, that's not the word you use, but that's what I'm going to use. He take fun humiliating people. I guess I wanted to say humiliate. No, I don't know if my labor right or not. Well, when I say that, I believe in it. But that's not the point. Me not go hold it against him saying my labor right or whatever I'm doing. I am saying, whether my labor right or not, you see, the case will come up against him. But the the new law, the new law when them pass, in case you don't know whether you're a labor right or not, that law is going to affect every single vlogger. They are going to use that law to trample on our free speech. So I don't want you guys, I want to know if you come out on the feelings about him being a labor right. And I want to know if you look upon this, the real story behind this story. The real story is they are trampling on our freedom of speech. They are using laws and they use style to take away our right to talk about what we want to talk about on the internet. And that is what you know. Because what they are going to do, they are going to use the same style once this go through court. Oh, stop talking about this issue because you're causing my client distress. All when I shoot your attack, they are going to muzzle us. You understand what I say? That is it. So, and it's funny too. So, it's a teachable moment and it's funny. So I hope you understand why I'm not wasting energy on this man. This is but this shit is funny, right?
A nice husband, a nice clean, decent husband.
Yo!
And I want to say congratulations to Miss Kitty and her husband, Mr. Ian Wilkinson, King's Counsel. He was honored the other day, He was honored the other day by the Kingston College alumni in New York. They went to New York. Oh God, Mr. Ian Wilkinson looks so lovely. He looks so lovely in that purple, nice purple suit with the black trimmings. Looks so handsome. You see, he's such a handsome man. Mr. Ian Wilkinson, you're such a handsome man.
Hey, who mans is this? Who mans is this?
And then say, me and your favor, me and you look alike bad. So me know you're handsome for true. You're handsome for true, if you look like me, you're handsome, Mr. Wilkinson. Mr. Wilkinson, you're such an excellent lawyer. You're such a good man, Mr. Wilkinson, King's Counsel. And your lovely wife, who look so good together. The two of them make
no
such
diddy,
a nice,
man, no diddy.
loving couple. Oh God, I should never have ever said anything about
Listen to all of this. Okay. Oh, so he buttering them up. Oh my God. Oh, that's what's going on. Somebody say, what? Hey, when I get me in no trouble with Miss Kitty and Fear King's Counsel husband, you remember good. I have nothing to say. But this a man a job man to blows. No, I wonder if he really serious. I wonder if him really serious.
Me I beg you not do. The two of you just put together now. And see if
so this have to be one joke. So they must sue you and you ask them to pay for your lawyer fee. Yo, whose mans is this, bro? Whose mans is this? Ain't no way, bro. What? Something
Something alright, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Something ain't right.
Tell about them.
Yo.
you can come and quote with me when me and go back a quote.
Yeah.
Cause me can't, me not them money for paying a liar them. He liar them too dear. They too dear, they too dear, they too dear. All my family are foreign me. Me I beg them money. Me ex them. Me have some ex-girl are foreign. They have all money, Me have all ex-wife, Dr. Kim Smith. Promise me say she gonna send me a money. I know me can't see no money. Me ex Rosemary Muir. Princess. The whole of Kim. Loving couple. Oh God, I should never have ever said anything about Me I beg you not do. The two of you just put together now. Me and your favor, me and you look alike bad. So I know you're handsome for true. You're handsome for true, because if you look like me, you're handsome, Mr. Wilkinson. Mr. Wilkinson, you're such an excellent lawyer. You're such a good man, Mr. Wilkinson, King's Counsel. And your lovely wife, who look so good together. The two want to make such a nice, loving couple. Oh God, I should never have ever said anything about you know. May I beg you to do? The two I want to just put together now and see if you can come and quote with me when me and go back a quote. Because me can't, me not have money for paying a liar them. He liar them too dear. They too dear, they too dear, they too dear. I'm family of foreign. Me I beg them money. Me ex them. Me have some ex-girl of foreign. They have all money, you know. Me have all ex-wife, Dr. Kim Smith. Promise me say she will send me a money. I know me can't send no money.
No.
Rosemary Muir. Say she will send money. Tanya, princess. The whole of no Kim. The whole of no son will send her money and don't know how to send the money. Me I go back and quote them and go prison me. Ah boy, I tell you, say people not easy when you think say people. People have your back, you think people are with you, they're not with you. You think people are your friend, they're not your friend, now me in a trouble, not even one person. Me can't fight for help, me give me a little lawyer money. Me go to court now and the judge are going to lock me up. Oh boy, Mr. Ian Wilkins and Miss Kitty, me I beg you to do. Me take back everything me ever say about you. And I am inviting you to come to the big comedy show at Jewel's Resort in Portmore on the 25th of May with me 119, Professor Nuts, Bossy Boy Floyd, Leighton Smith, and some only part of people. When you come to my comedy show, that time I can't do food. I can't go no money, but you can't come to my comedy show Labor Day weekend, next weekend, Sunday, the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. I can't go to that. That's all I can't go now. Alright, now we're there. A little water I have to drink. I tell you, say, me not have it. Me not have it at God. Me not have it. For go pay a liar fee.
Oh, listen. I'm done with this dude. Hey, you don't even listen. You don't even have to listen to his voice. Just look at his facial expressions. Yo, this is priceless, bro. This is priceless, man. Hey, Miss Kitty and Sir King's Counsel. Yeah, man. On behalf of 119, hey, cut that man some slack, man. That man a comedian, man. Hey, yo. Cut that man some slack, man. That man is a comedian. Ashian Marcus, what's going on? Salute to you. Wagwan. Me ear say, them have big ribbon cutting and beer things. How you go? How you really go? Big ribbon cutting and beer things me say go on one place or on one part. But no man, that Virginia, talented. Yo, look on the man's shirt, yo. Yo, the man do a little thing like, I wonder if him cut it so I saw him buy the shirt. But yo, yes, Nareen, one next ribbon cutting. Right now, I'm going to review it. Because, well, I'm there 34 minutes and I have a little time. I'm going to check it out. People want to tell me what to think about that Virginia. Yeah, tell me what to think about that Virginia 119. I don't know if we're not going to check out him, sure. But this performance was noteworthy. This man is a comedian. He is a comedian. I never know a Miss Kitty and the King's Counsel, brother, sue him, you know. But in this comedy skit, him reveal that it's those people sue him. And him a beg them for help him with the lawyer fee. Yo, I'm done, bro. Hey, let's do this. Oh,
That
Jesus.
is funny, honey.
This dude is unbelievable, man.
That's funny.
Yo,
Oh my
this
God,
dude
that
is
is funny.
unreal. Unreal. He ain't nothing to play with. You heard me? You heard me? Patricia says she is crazy. Patricia look like you don't like 119 still. I don't know. Look like you don't like him at all, brother. Virgin said, Prime Minister security entourage is as large as the first world leader. Look at the fool at St. Thomas ceremony. Okay, that you want me to see. Prime Minister entourage large. Let me see what I go on there, sir. Show the people them what I go on. Sorry, me they are so selfish I don't know see. Lord have mercy. Let me take this money off my screen here, man. God. No, you know you hate him. He's just funny. Okay. I'm just asking though. I'm just asking, you know what I mean? I'm just asking. You probably don't like him, that's fine, you know, it's whatever. I don't know him. I know him from the situation, you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so apparently there was a speech here, cutting off the ceremony. You see what I go on. If first click is a China man. Boy, may I tell you. See what I go on again. Okay. Alright. ECJ. One thing they know if you put out they know if you spend people tax dollars, you know. They know how to burn up the tax dollars them. They know. You know how much people want food right now and can't get it, but them do them something, yeah? They know if you burn up tax dollars, man. Urban center ribbon cutting. Alright. Big up the artists. Yes. Let me see what you must say now. Hey, I want to. Hey, Andrew knows big no blows and skirts today, no? I'm not lie.
The most honorable Prime Minister.
Not honorable.
Doctor the Honorable.
No honorable. No honorable.
America.
No
So
honorable.
far,
No honorable.
be
Cut the
seated.
crap.
First, let me start off by giving thanks to God, who has, and we give God thanks for the showers of blessings that He has rained on us. We are not dry weather people. We are resilient people. And we know that God is pleased with what we have done here today. Allow me to thank those who have mastered the ceremony so far, and allow me as well to acknowledge Mr. Fenton Ferguson, representing the Leader of the Opposition, the members of my cabinet who are here. So many of them are here, I could convene a cabinet meeting. His Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Chen Daozhang. And here I must mention the special effort and support of the Chinese government and the China Harbour Engineering Company, who played a critical role in this development. I must specially acknowledge the members of Parliament who also played a critical liaison role in ensuring that the project went off seamlessly. MP James Robertson for Western St. Thomas and Dr. Michelle Charles for Eastern St. Thomas. Allow me as well to acknowledge our Custos, the Honorable Norma Walters, and our Mayor, Marcia Bennett. Forgive me, Custos Marcia Bennett.
One here, James Roberts, now a while ago. Hey, that government ain't no shame, you know? That government ain't no shame. You mean the same James Robertson with how much allegation come out pan, but how him a do to people in St. Thomas? Eh? It's same James Robertson. It's same one.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Is CM James Robertson? Andrew calling name proud. Wow. Nerine fix and God left me.
Allow me. Councillor Louis Chin, Mayor of Morant Bay. Now, what can I say about the Honorable Big Ton Shirley? Because it's no more Little Ton anymore. The chairman of the Factories Corporation, who has taken on this project not just for his own professional duty, but he has taken it on as a passion project. This is something that he really wanted to see done, and I commend you, Tani, for the effort that you have put in. Mr. Angus Young, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Commercial Bank Capital Markets Limited, for your partnership in this project. Mr. Dan Gramby, Country Manager of China Harbour Engineering Company, and all the clients and stakeholders of the Morant Bay Urban Centre. But most of all, I want to thank each and every one of you here who has come to witness this moment in history. I want to thank the people of St. Thomas for your patience, for your long suffering and your endurance. Today, we definitively close the chapter of decades of underdevelopment, disinvestment, infrastructural neglect that have long defined a narrative of St. Thomas being the forgotten parish. Today, we emphatically declare that St. Thomas is firmly on the path for the fulfillment of its true vision of a prosperous, growing, fair, and equitable society.
Stop the cap.
No bullshit, bro.
Fair, equitable, prosperity. Hold on there. Again, me have to go back to the allegations of James Roberts in a St. Thomas. If the allegations are true, there's nothing fair, there's nothing equitable or prosperous. As a matter of fact, who for vision you talk about? The vision of people in St. Thomas are your vision. And prosperity for who? Who is the prosperity for? Did I just hear the Prime Minister say that a while ago? Did I just hear him say that a while ago? Somebody said, I detest this thing so much. After 9 years, that's all they have to show. One urban center. Listen to gimmicks. Yo, this a man a comedian. You know say Prime Minister a comedian? Prime Minister a comedian, bro. Believe. No joke about it.
Today is 160 years since the Morant Bay Rebellion. For many, there is an expectation that for the wrongs that were done to us and our forebears and our ancestors, that there must be reparations. And I believe that there must be reparations. And eventually, inevitably, there will be reparations. We must keep up the fight for reparations. But I also believe
eventually, this a man here, man, I promise you, man. Eventually, inevitably, keep up the fight for reparation. Not demand, not Florence, how you doing? Nora, salute. Robert Brown, Lloyd Gantz, who else I saw? Elga, what's going on? Nicoy, big up. Patricia, Nerine. No, inevitably, Mr. Prime Minister. Man, yo, this dude don't stand on nothing. He don't stand on nothing, bruh.
Does not only lie on the generations that follow the wrong, in the sense of the generations of those who committed the wrong should right the wrongs of their forebears. It is also incumbent on the generations of the victims to also, in their own actions, in their own achievements, in the decisions they make, to right the wrongs that were visited upon their forebears. In other words, whilst I believe that there must be reparations, I am not going to wait on it. I believe that I have the strength and vigor of my mind and body. I believe I have the agency, meaning the independence to act in my own interest. And I believe I have equal or even greater intellect to use whatever little resources I have to correct the wrongs that were visited on my forebears, so that my children coming won't have to suffer the indignity and the wrongs. And it is in doing that that you are able to stand up as equal to those who have done you wrong in the past, to say, regardless of what you have done to me, see, I have made good with my own two hands. I have pulled myself up from the bootstraps. I have stood up against obstacles, and I have overcome. Today is a day when the people of St. Thomas can say, we
Slave master. And something that the slave master said, pull up your bootstraps. Pull up your bootstraps, man. Although all these systems are set up against you, pull up your bootstraps. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling nobody to go through their life and do no blame game. But if you're serious about reparations, there needs to be a plan to get it legally. Court, lawyers, all of that. Yeah, there needs to be a plan to do so. If you're very, very serious about it, you cannot approach it in a linear way. You have to be very meticulous. You get me? But let's hear some more. Let me hear him go with this.
60 years of wrongs and neglect, and we are doing it off and by ourselves with our own resources. That is what it means, my people, to be independent. That is what it means to be independent. I am not an ideologue. I don't believe in any form of ideology other than what makes sense, other than what works, other than what is practical, other than what is fair. And I have conducted myself as your leader in that regard. A decade ago, at a church in this parish, I hosted a town hall meeting called Prosperity Live. Some of you here may have been in that church hall. And a young lady stood up and she said, and I'm paraphrasing her, St. Thomas needs development. For too long, we have neglected the parish. And she used certain examples to demonstrate the neglect. I'll never forget it. She said St. Thomas is the only parish that doesn't have a stoplight. And then she went on to say, St. Thomas don't even have a KFC. Now I am going to send the bill for promotion to KFC because the amount of time that they have been mentioned here. But you get the point, that the people of St. Thomas wanted to see the signs of modernity. in their parish. 10 years later, I am able to stand here and say, St. Thomas, I did not forget you. St. Thomas, you are now at the cutting edge, the frontier of new developments in Jamaica. Ground was broken in 2019, but the plan was actually conceived in 2017. And I recall distinctly when we broke ground, there were those disbelievers, as there always are persons who are skeptical, that said it wouldn't happen. There were those who probably secretly wanted it not to happen. But by God's willing and hard work, it has happened. We have a comprehensive development plan for your parish. We started off with the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, a 16 kilometers, 4-lane highway from Harbour View to Yallas, and 96 kilometers of improved roadway from Yallas to Port Antonio. All of that together represents approximately $200 million of expenditure. That is about $32 billion spent on improving access through the parish. And
what I notice about this government, they boast a lot about how much money them spending on. And you see, when it comes down to the Auditor General and really being accountable for the money that they do spend and who gets the contract and how was the procurement process, they seem to fall short of these details that is used to find out whether or not money is being stolen or is being used in the right way. They seem to fall short in those areas. And I find it mighty interesting that they always boast about how much money they spend. We don't care how much, well, we do care how much money you spend, but if you spent it in the right way and you didn't overpay for something, yeah, if you didn't overpay for something, we're okay with that. If you pay the least amount of money for the highest quality of thing, that means you maximize your money. You know, when you go to the shop or you go to the market and you want some good looking apples and some good looking yam and some good looking dasheen and potato and some tomato and some lettuce will look good. We still have some little worm where touch pan is, you know, say a good lettuce, but them still look good enough for you can go some ups and eat, and them not fake and them organic. But when you go there, you find the best person with the best price. That's what procurement is all about. So you telling us that you spend all of this money. That not saying anything to us, sir. Alright? Come, it come with them, a pass with them vehicle and I promote them thing on the roadside there. But me have to turn it on God too much nice. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you telling us that you have spent all of this money, it's not impressive. We're not impressed by the amount of money you spend. You know why? Because it's our money. It's not your money. You didn't sacrifice. What we want to know about is if you spent it in the right way and in the honest way and in the transparent way and in the way of integrity. And so far, your government has fallen short in the integrity aspect. There's trillions of dollars that is unaccounted for. Trillions, not millions, not billions, trillions. And recently there was another report from the Auditor General about fertilizers. Right? Hundreds of thousands of fertilizers will cost 54 million or billion Jamaican dollars. So we're not impressed that those fertilizers we cannot account for whether or not it went to the people that it's supposed to go to, or did it go to your friends and the people that are specifically labor right. So I mean, we're not impressed until you can operate with transparency. Everything you do as the Prime Minister in the next 90 days is going to be under scrutiny, heavy scrutiny. You understand? 119 no longer supports, somebody texts me and say 119 no longer supports JLP after his arrest. People, 119 don't comrade are independent. Let's continue. We can't bother.
It wasn't all road access for Cedar Valley as well, and other roads leading off. And it wasn't just roads. We also put in water, we put in sewage, and we also laid the conduits and cables for broadband internet to come to this parish. We have built this Morant Bay Urban Center at a cost of 6 billion Jamaican dollars. We have built the Yalas Fire Station at a cost of 163 million Jamaican dollars. We have upgraded the Acadia and Port Morant Health Center at a cost of 37 million Jamaican dollars. Not to mention the whole heap of social housing that we have given in the parish, and today I'll be handing over about 6 more. And we're not stopping yet, because there is much more to be done. Much, much more. We have 13.5 acres of land in proximity to this development. And I want you to look out for it, because I intend to come to the first festival or stage show that is kept there. When Gramps and the Morgan family is performing, when Popcorn, as Prime Minister, of course, what do you think? I intend to be there to hear Tonian sing. Sing. I'm not going to do any singing today. But
please, Andrew Honest, Strawberry Coin, how you doing? Please don't sing. Andrew Honest, please don't sing. Just please, thank you. Don't think about singing ever again. All right, just leave that to Marky G and the Mrs. Nita Garvey. Just please, thank you. Don't even joke about it. It's not funny. Just don't sing. All right, thank you. You have no rhythm. You listen. Just don't. Thank you.
13.5 acres of land into a multi-purpose entertainment and sports facility that is going to be the envy of other parishes. This
what the Virginia name? Assassin, good over evil any day. I can't understand why people are here listening to lies from this man. Promises. Alright, so the people that are actually there in front of him, I can understand why you can't understand why they are listening to him. Alright? Yes, Linden Green, he's totally tone deaf. But guess what? I, as a vlogger or as a content creator, I have to listen to these things, right? And then I have to, for the people that are out there that are still blind, I have to listen to it and show them, yo, that's a lie. This don't make any sense. You get it? Yes. So for those that are so incensed at the Prime Minister and who just cannot listen to him anymore, trust me, I understand. I have those days where you don't even want to look at him anymore. You don't even want to see him, because you understand how wicked this government is. Trust me, I get it. So just understand that that's where you are at, but there's still work to be done. Because you see, if we take our foot off the pedal, they have a machine that they use called the mainstream media, that they spin everything and for the persons that are not really locked into the politics, but when politics time come around and them that know when election are gonna call, that's the time when them start to listen stuff. Those people are gonna be tricked by the Prime Minister and his machinery. Those people are going to be believing the lies that he's telling. And this is why it is important for content creators like myself and others that debunk the lies that he tells. Yes, and questions the approach that they are using, because it's only when it's near election you see everything start to happen. But after election and them done trick who them for trick and win, everything go back to status quo and them start to full up back them pocket again. Right? Isn't that what we've been used to with politicians over the years? Yes. So this is important what I'm doing, alright? Wilbert Cameron say, Wagwan Bolo, this brother is the master of PR, and the worst thing about this place, it now go open before October or December. Shake my head, wickedness. So you're telling me that this ribbon cutting, which we have seen him do this already, the ribbon cut somewhere and then it's not active in months? It don't open in months? How do you cut it? No, seriously, how you cut somewhere? How you cut a ribbon for somewhere and it don't active? How does that work? How does that work? Yo, man, and they do it so many times.
Project is not yet finished.
So many times.
Because the extension of 10 acres of new buildings for micro and small businesses in St. Thomas, right here, right on this center. And we are not just thinking for 5 years, we are thinking for the next 50 years. This urban center is going to grow. And so we are taking the steps necessary to ensure that we have access to lands around the urban center to secure its future expansion. We are very happy that we can bring a university to the parish. We are very happy that the Heart Trust is going to be here, not just as an administrative office, but they will have the training facilities here as well. When I heard the announcement that PICA will be here, a lot of noise went up for them. That's the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, JPS, NWC, the National Housing Trust, the Jamaica Information Service, all kinds of government entities are going to be here. So the people of St. Thomas don't have to travel to Kingston to be connected with their government. They can come right here. Oh, did I mention that the tax office will be here as well? But while I'm very proud of this building, which is your municipal head office, your parish council head office building, I'm also very proud of the courthouse. And there's a reason. You see, a part of the spark for the Morant Bay Rebellion was that the small farmers, the children of the former enslaved who worked the fields, trying to do their little business, they couldn't get justice. They were occupying lands, and the plantation owners didn't want them to become subsistent farmers. So they did all kinds of things to undermine their occupation of the land, so that they had to come back to the plantation to work. And therefore, even if as freedmen they would go to plead their case in court, they couldn't get any justice, because the administration of the court system was also. It's very symbolic that we are going to be putting right here the most modern court facility in Jamaica, and possibly indeed in the Caribbean, right here in the Morant Bay Urban Center.
They promised them a load up, you know. Hey, you know, say election close, you know. Hey, they promised them a load up here, man.
Going to be building out medical facilities, and this will host 25 specialized units ranging from general practitioners, pediatricians, neurologists, orthopedic surgeons, you name it. And we will also have a facility for accident and emergency and urgent care.
How much him a pay that man there for hold the umbrella over him? Hey brother, you now have the umbrella over your head, you know. And you hold umbrella over Andrew and they said, how much him a pay you? I hope him a pay you very, very well. I hope you live in a gated community. I hope your family is secure. You understand? I hope you have one of them big vehicles where you can manage a patrol them in Jamaica. I hope do the water in your pipe. E. coli water, sorry. You understand? I hope your kids them get best level of education. I hope your hospital where you're there are going good. And you have beds in there and ambulance. You understand? And equipment necessary for all operation. I just hope that these are the things that is going on for you, my brother. I see a whole umbrella over head for rain. I mean, he ain't saying resilient. So no rain can't stop him. You understand? Your head ball like for me, you know, so. You better cover your head, no boss. At least I'm here for a female. Alright? I just wanted to say that.
Access to healthcare in St. Thomas. We are laying the foundation, my friends, for a new economy in this parish. And I want you to pay attention to that mission. We are not going to create prosperity without creating an economy. And to create the economy, you have to build infrastructure. Because it is the infrastructure that creates the platform on which people can do business and generate profit and satisfy demand. This lovely facility here, this very convenient facility here, well designed and well laid out, this is going to create the new economy that will generate the new wealth for the parish. Not just for people who are already rich, but for every single person in St. Thomas. This will be generating the prosperity that you have always wished for.
What is the name of this this ceremony? It is the Morant Bay Urban Center ribbon cutting ceremony. So an urban center is going to do all of this. Guys, you know, I wish I was following politics 9 years ago when the Prime Minister just got into power. Because I think I would be one of the catalysts to hold them accountable. Because you see, I'm a kind of person that keeps, I hold you to your word, you know. Never you promise me something and don't fulfill it. I will never forgive you. You will never get my vote again. And Jonas has done enough for me to owe me thin skin. And Jonas say in a 100 day, he might go do this, this and this. And I don't see him do any of it that he promised. After that, he can't promise me nothing again, you know. Me no no sense, man. Me stern with my thing, man. They don't promise me things and no follow up, man. It don't matter who you be, politician, you are one female. If you promise me something and you don't fulfill it, just remember some me tell us me mark you down as that type of person. And there's nothing you can do to come out of that category of that type of person. You're not a person of your word. You understand what I'm saying? And the amount of times that he has gotten the opportunity to fulfill that 100-day promise. Even though one of the promises that he made was, you know, we're going to have a fixed election. Look at us now, wondering when is election. After 9 years, we still a wonder. Our 5 years. And when he made the 100-day promise, somebody correct me about that. When did he make the 100-day promise? Was it in Florence? I wanna, oh, you know, so me can't say that. Lord have mercy. When I go on body night chat. Me can't repeat that. I can't repeat that. Y'all trying to get me in trouble, man. God damn. Can't repeat that one. Then we not get too personal with them thing. I don't know nothing about them personal business in terms of who them are sleep with. I don't know nothing about that. So we not get involved in that part. But he had a lot of opportunity because he's been criticized about the 100 days and he hasn't done anything about it. So with that said, what is there in terms of his modus of operandi, his way of doing things, for us to say, yo, we believe him that he's going to do these things that he's saying now? There's absolutely nothing. There's no onus, there's no foundation to stand on to believe anything that comes out of this man's mouth. He has no credibility, none whatsoever. In my book, I don't know about Uno, but in my book, him don't have none. I'm telling you that right now.
Important point to note, however, is that this development is not only going on in St. Thomas. We have already started the Boundbrook Urban Center. So the people of Portland will be experiencing this kind of joy to see the restructuring and redevelopment of their parish, to see the creation of a new economy in their parish. We have started to acquire lands in Negril because the town of Negril is growing rapidly and it needs its own urban center. In Portmore, we are looking at a project in Portmore that we are going to be calling the Jamaican Silicon Valley.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this?
Whoa, yeah. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland, take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Yo, Silicon Valley, bro. I mean, that sounds good enough. Does he know what Silicon Valley is? Jamaica, alright. Listen, this man has he knows what to say. I have to give him that. He knows exactly what to say. Alright? But Silicon Valley, bro, please, people in the audience, I need you to go and research Silicon Valley. I need you to go and research the infrastructure. I need to go and research the technology, the education. I need you to go and look at all of that. And then I want you to make an assessment for yourself. If you believe that this man is promise of making this area Silicon Valley, or whatever I'm just saying, is possible in the next 50 years, I'm telling you, on this current trajectory that we're on, with education where it's at and all of that, if you believe that we can reach Silicon Valley level in a film lifetime, I don't know what you're smoking. I don't know if you're smoking. I don't know if you're putting stuff in your arm. I don't know what you're doing. But this man has lost his God-given mind, and the devil attacked to him. Man can't lie, some man. Him believe he wanna lie them. Him really said that to do a straight face. Let me play that back. Hold on. Let me play that back.
to see the creation of a new economy in their parish. We have started to acquire lands in Negril because the town of Negril is growing rapidly and it needs its own urban center. In Portmore, we are looking at a project in Portmore that we are going to be calling the Jamaican Silicon Valley.
He's calling the project the Jamaican Silicon Valley. Yo, no disrespect to Portmore. Love y'all. I don't know say Portmore are my people in there Portmore. Not for my family they are Portmore. Listen to me. There's nowhere in Jamaica right now that is anywhere. I'm talking about continents away from being a Silicon Valley. Him shouldn't even call it that. It's so misleading. Not even call enough to call it. I said, go do the research about Silicon Valley. But don't talk. I not say nothing more. Go do the research. Now say nothing more.
In its development state, it's the Nagohead Integrated Business Center, and that center will be the largest project undertaken by the FCJ. It will span 1 million square feet. That would be about 2 times the size of this project. Minister Vaz pointed out to me.
Alright, you know, I'm not going to suffer no more. We're not going to go no further with him promise them. I just want to put it in a one little bit of context. Because I say, it's a bag of promise him come with right now back at one another. Because this is an urban center you don't build. So he come with a bag of promise. If I miss something or so, let me hear this. Hold on there.
Serving some of the... And I'm certain that the children of this parish will be very happy to be able to use those buses. And of course, those buses will be free of cost to them in terms of bus fare. On more than 3,000 acres of land, affordable and low-income housing, and middle and upper-income housing.
The PMP come out with a plan for low-income housing. On realize say the people them really want low-income housing. On see how the people have reacted to the housing plan of the PMP. So you have 3,000 acre land now in this area where you talk about, where we can get low-income housing and middle and high. So you still not let go off of the high and the middle. You still have facilitate the people them that don't need any facilitation. There's a lot of high income housing all over Jamaica. If people really want to spend their money on some things like that. Yes. The people that are suffering the most is the poor. But you're still not leaving them out. You understand? You're still not leaving them out. You're still giving them an option. Why you don't use the 3,000 acre land for poor income housing? Because there's so much poor in Jamaica. You're still not let go for them. And the PMP plan I'm mashing up. So when I try to balance on the thing now, when I never want to do it before. The PMP put in one corner. Mighty God. No, ladies and gentlemen, before I exit stage left from this live stream, let me make this point. Since 2016, Andrew Honest made a promise. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It has been 8 years. Alright, it has been 8 years. I'm going to say 8 years. Alright, so 8 years. 8 times 365. It has been 2,900 and approximately 20 days since Andrew Honest has made the 100-day promise. And it's yet to be fulfilled. So these projects, these urban projects that he's talking about, if we were to use a ratio mathematically and how long those projects would take, if you take him 100, if you take him 2,920 days, if you have simple look changing of the date to be fixed. That is something where you can just write on one pen and write your signature on the app. It's very, very easy. It took him, still not do it yet. It's almost 3,000 days, if not 3,000 days. So these projects will take around 20 years. 20-25 years. Yeah, man. Them projects are going to take about 20-25 years for done. You see how long Cornwall Regional Hospital take? And I refurbish them, I refurbish it. And they move from $2 billion to $13+ billion. Huh? And them still at tell we soon see them we are 3 months away from an inevitable lock off of the government. Because they can't in a 90-day time them out. Legally them out. And I just want to remind the people of Jamaica, please don't fall for the okie doke. It appears that they want to cause civil unrest in Jamaica. And so we have seen multiple violations of police brutality on the people of Jamaica all over Jamaica. Alright? Please stay calm. Pray and go on the knee. Hey, you have some dangerous psalms you can read and proverbs. You don't need to talk to you warrior them, you know. You pray a warrior them, you know. You have some dangerous psalms and something you can read, man. You see your enemy them? No weapon formed against God's children shall prosper, you know. Only need to go in a sackcloth and prayer. I mean, I tell you, you see some people violate my mother and in a pretty. In a pretty rich, you know, when my mother bawled tears and cried to God. In a pretty for them. And my mother not touch nobody. Some people lie for my mother and me tell her say, yo, right now them in a problem. Tell good lie for my mother, you know. Dangerous lie, you know. And my mother pray, and that is it. And my mother left them to God. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to, everybody have to go down for the knee harder in the next upcoming 90 days and pray. The good prayer them. Because this man on the screen and film cronies them now move right. You understand? You see all the territory of the alleged, what them call them? The people them when they in the force where them say are the contractual arrangements, so to speak. Yeah man, and pray upon them too, man. Because remember say we them a kill off, you know. And when me say we the citizens of Jamaica. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, nobody now got court. I be a maker them a meet. So the police them a increase the crime rate in Jamaica. While them a cut ribbon and talk about urban development and Silicon Valley. Like so we not have real issues are going on. You remember the young lady them down a sentence side from UK where the police them abuse. You know see what going on in our Guardian? The JFJ protests has reached the Guardian. It is now international news, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? It is now international news that Jamaican for Justice cry for body worn cameras is out there. Cooking with Elaine, how you doing? So good to see you. You said not hearing you clearly. You're supposed to hear me clearly now though. Supposed to hear me clearly now. You guys must be here. Your words are not coming through clearly. What? Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm breaking up. What? I shouldn't be breaking up though.
Power off.
Turn off this. Hold on. You not hear me better now? Mic check, mic check. How's the sound? How's the sound? Yo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You look like me internet a drop or something. Alright. Splash, did you big up? People, you can hear me? Are you guys hearing me clearly? Hold on there. What you say? You gone on the road? Lord have mercy. Man, I'm going to make a call. You sound fine to me? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know, maybe it's their internet. Alright, so Is sound up? Alright, good. I'm supposed to go there now, yeah. Let me know want to think about that to the Prime Minister, yeah, man. I can't splash the Gina, can I give me some update, you know? Give me some update. What else is happening in the news, my gentle people? I call a lady from the other day. The other day she want to make some announcements. Evan Miller, big up. Yeah. Ooh, yes. Alright, me now get tired. People who can call me, you know. I take calls this evening. I will go on in Jamaica, you know. Oh, Martin Luther King would have started. My dream. Down. He's coming down. Yeah. Where's the answer now? Oh, Sassy. I think Sassy want make our voice be heard today. I don't think Sassy want make our voice be heard today at all. So, 119 a comedian, VYBZ Cartel, them block him off from over one part. You see what I say? You know, a whole heap of things are going on when miss me still. Yes, your money, man. Sassy 81! How you doing, love? Sonia, big up. Mr. P. Hello?
What go on?
Where you say, I'm a general? What go on in a YouTube? Coming with everywhere, you know. I want go on today. What the update?
I tell you, I mean, kind of look on the road still, but, you know, just kind of come in.
Okay, alright. That's
Just
a
that video.
Yeah,
then
man.
if anything, people can check out that video there.
Oh, you just drop a video?
Yeah, man.
Drop a link in a chat for them so they can check it out. People, when you go support Splash Digi, go make sure so you subscribe. Get him to 1,000 subs so they can get monetized. You know what I mean? Him there on the ground in a Portmore, and you don't know anything to do with the comrade them, you know, so I'm go check in. Cause I'm linked with all of the councillor them. The man is a political activist. You understand what I say? So when you give him the support to the platform, you can get exclusive content from out of Portmore. You see what I say? So just do the right thing. So drop the link in the chat, bro.
You know, we're going to do that, man. But we just have to put the thing together.
Yeah, man, but we have to make them know that are the future. You see me?
Yeah, you know. Respect, man.
Yes,
but
bro.
separately from that, you see them have the big ribbon cutting and finish.
Yeah.
So
what do you think about that? How when that work?
Yeah, I put it, you know, when we look on it on the inside, you know, like more than tell us of September ending of December, you know.
You feel like that urban center they are opening in December?
I'm not telling that feel, man. I tell you, eyes first eyes see, man.
Okay. Oh. Madeline said very clear. Boy, the person where they are charged, I feel like say a year internet, you know, Lindell. Where say they are charged, you know, come through clear. I feel like internet, cause everybody else hear me properly, you see me? Alright, me just drop a link in the chat a while ago. I want to check out that video there. Me drop that video there before me go live. I just send it out public. Me never premiere it. I want to check out that video there. Zine. Yeah, man. What's your name? Nikisha Burchell. Yo, man, I tell her she make me. She get me excited. Brother?
Yeah, man.
Brother, me say lady get me excited, man. The PNP have it, brother. Me not lie. Them have it.
Yeah, but you know, intelligence not go over people so easy, you know, you have to rev it over them head for them get it, you know. You understand? That's one of them things about the people, them for just listen and understand with a clear understanding. You see me?
True.
Luckily the people in the PNP right now who put themselves forward, talking in a manners where even the dumbest dumb can understand. So,
Right.
is it?
Right.
Yeah, man.
And one of the
We
things
give
that them a
thanks.
do, me notice, they must spread, them a repeat the message over and over again. See
Yeah,
repetition good
man.
enough. Especially the key
Yeah.
message them.
So sometimes when I go all forget it 5/8 in there, you have to really start with a quarter of an inch, till they grab it.
True, my
Yeah,
general. Me like that analogy there. No joke.
yeah.
Like
I
that
just one
analogy
of
there.
them things. But everything looking up good so far. I just, the people them for know, as me say, early voting for this election.
Yes.
Nobody wait for nobody.
6
You
o'clock, wake
understand?
up and bathe and get ready for go vote. By 12 o'clock, everybody
Yeah.
vote and we done and go we yard. Come off of the road. The worker them are going to on the road. The police them are going to on the road. And the politician them and for them worker them are going to on the road. And then them can make sure say everything clean and no skullduggery and no
Smooth
corruption
sailing.
no go on. Simple as that.
Yeah, smooth sailing, man. Of
Smooth
course, we
sailing.
don't know what the people in my party, but
Mm-hmm.
we responsibility same way with the eyes open.
Yes.
We see them still a try to bring down anything down to the nitty gritty with it. You understand what I say? So just open the eye clearly and just know what go on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna big up the man Crawford team.
Sharon Wagon.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I have to big up the man Crawford for him. Rapid response and
Oh
solid.
my God! Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. What a weird. Him and them stoop so low, brother.
Man,
Me feel like so that was planned and orchestrated, you know.
really plan, man. It never plan. It's just something for you to come up with.
Alright, big up, Sonia, big up. No,
And
because this man, me I hear some things about him, you know. A whole heap
the
of
man not
people,
clean,
a
man.
whole heap of people are
Man not
call me
clean.
and I tell me about that brother there, you know.
A
From
long
back in
time
the
clean, but
day, how him a go on with some crocus bag of things, you know, brother.
yes, man.
You understand?
And enough ex-police to, if you ever book some of them will work with him closely. You
Mm,
know, like the story. Yeah.
mm,
You
my
must is
God.
even one them who stand on the like forget with a Mark Shield and Adams, Renita Adams them out of the system because indeed upon a political gain from long time.
Right. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So of course crime could have probably weighed down at from a longer while if them never orchestrated. You see, I don't think that the cry or the pattern of the labor right there,
Mm,
You see me honest. You see me
yeah.
do the honest and them capitalize off of honest. So
Yeah. Chaos.
chaos I'll feel them the other day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's an old strategy still, you know. Where used by the CIA and other top agencies around the world, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When they want to take down people, leaders and them type of something there, yeah. Them use them type of strategy there. Them create chaos. Them know say this a tribe and that the tribe they have issue. You know, is strategies in warfare. You feel me?
And people in the Caribbean now watch what go on, I mean, if you take notice, but a lot of the Caribbean bloggers, them, outside of Jamaica, them have them hype on this money, like, wow,
Eh?
Everybody. Yes, man, we have to start sending some link them to
Yeah,
the
man, for
bloggers, them.
real, man. Send me some of them link them, man. Because when me know say Africa have them hype on him.
Right, well, we have closer people are watching, man, to him, our close neighbors, them, man.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm not where I hide now, we have to beg the people, them know.
Yeah.
You understand? We just to see the world I wait to see what the outcome of the people them.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your name? Patricia says she reboot her phone and I hear me loud and clear. Yo, you know me really I wonder, and this is strictly conspiracy. Alright? Me I wonder if them have the technology so on point where they can attack the people and will watch me phone and lock off the stream from them. It's just enough to frustrate them for nobody come back and look on the stream.
Alright, you know that you just drop signal a bit. So if I drop a signal a bit, you're way behind in the blogging.
Because me not tell a lie, bro. Me kinda surprised this evening if you see 300 people in our chat. You know how long me not see 300 people in our chat?
300 people are always in the chat, man, but it's something, as I say, something I play with the algorithm of the thing.
Brother, me tell you, me surprised when me look and me say, what? 300 people in our chat? Me say, yo, I can't tell when last me do a live and see 300 people in our chat. Me not tell you no lie. That was probably a month and a half ago. I've been going through it. No matter what me do, no matter what time I do, me go live, nobody now get me notification. And I say, yo, something alright. I can't put my finger upon it, but something alright, brother. Something alright.
Yeah. But before we go through, we have Kennard Granta coming back. Finna call in soon. I got a link with him shortly and find out if we can do it tomorrow. And I'll make back some and we'll premiere something out there. You don't know, big up yourself.
Alright, bro.
Respect.
Let me know what go on.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. See what go on in the news also. Some news.
In the bulletin, teacher in West. We begin with news that a
Yeah, do it. Everybody that's not getting a notification. What I want you to do right now, I want you to unsubscribe, and then I want you to resubscribe, and then click the notification bell and click all. Just refresh it. Unsubscribe and resubscribe. Who is the owner of this complex? Aubrey Bar. What do you mean by which complex? Somebody said 9 years we're waiting, Drunkard. Damn! Yo, Cynthia Miller, big up. No, sir. Sassy, what's up? You have to be desperate to believe this, man. Then there's a promise made more than 3,000 days ago. Lindell said, take him down and put him into jail. Yo, me say, Dan again, I say, all the development he's talking about, they're in number 13. Huh? And his name somewhere. Oh, I understand what I say. Sonia, big up. We're in Portmore, Bolo. I own a house in Portmore. I don't know. Clarkstone, in Trelawney. Should be the city by now, based on what he's saying. Please tell me where you are going to build the STEM school. Oh, that is a good one, Aubrey. Wait, am I bridging that, Aubrey? TB, political deception, I'm telling you. Where he can do that the next 3 months, I don't know. No. Me tired. Take him down. Yo, me say, me love you too much, yeah, man. So that's when you guys were cooking with Elaine. Sinaga kill, bro, God. Look how him get ugly. Mighty God. Me not look on the monster still, so, you know. Me not really pre him. Yeah. Alright. So we can scroll down. I message him, I look through, you know. Alright. Just did it. So I'll see if I get the notification. Yeah, man. This person tread softly in that chat, you know, bro, pro gamer. So you can go and worship and join us. Tread softly, yeah?
Third person involved in the abduction of a 33-year-old teacher in Westmoreland last week is dead. The deceased 39-year-old Omar Johnson was shot and killed by police minutes at 10 p.m. yesterday during an operation in Pell River, Hanover. A 9mm pistol with several rounds of ammunition were recovered from him. Police believe the abduction was ordered by the incarcerated leader of the Kings Valley gang. The incident occurred Thursday, May 8 at approximately 6 a.m. in Jerusalem Mountain, Westmoreland. The woman was taken from her vehicle by 3 armed men, blindfolded and transported to Hanover. She was taken to a 2-bedroom board house in the parish. However, quick action led the police to rescuing her and killing 2 of the abductors.
Remember that story, yeah? No, that story, yeah, it is alleged that such man's wife orchestrated this allegedly. Some concubine thing I go on. Mighty God, make me hear more.
The police are raising an alarm as
so them analyze the youth them. Or that them I say? 3rd suspect in Westmoreland teacher abduction unalived in operation. Yo!
from her vehicle by 3 armed men, blindfolded and transported to Hanover. She was taken to a 2-bedroom board house in the parish. However, quick action led the police to rescuing her and killing 2 of the abductors. The police are raising an alarm as criminals are using sophisticated tactics to steal cars. As you'll hear in this report, motor vehicle theft remains rampant, particularly in Kingston and St. Andrew. Kirk Wright reports.
According to head of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch CTOC Motor Vehicle Unit, Detective Inspector Marcel Bedward, motor vehicle theft is not only persistent, but it's also evolving. Speaking on a recent episode of the Force for Good podcast, Inspector Bedward described it as a crime of opportunity. One of the more troubling developments he revealed is the increasing use of technology by criminals to bypass modern vehicle security systems.
The time in which it takes for persons to discover their vehicle stolen would give the criminals enough time to disable or take out some of the tracking devices, alarm systems that were placed in there to prevent the vehicles from being stolen. Those are the 2 major issues that we're having now. But what are they using now that they weren't using before? There are devices that grabs the signal from the key fobs and causes the criminals to transmit them with other devices to the vehicle, giving them easier access to the vehicle and a quicker time to move on with the vehicles.
While motor vehicle theft is an island-wide issue, the police say they've seen a higher concentration of reports in sections of Kingston and St. Andrew, especially in commercial zones and densely populated residential areas.
As Archery Town Center, New Kingston Town Center, where the high volume, right, so for the community, we are seeing Norman and Old Pastors and Richmond Park are some of the communities where there's been a high number of reports of stolen vehicles. We are seeing St. James as well, up in the top 4, and St. Andrew North. For St. Andrew North, it will be some areas closer to Harrisman areas on the top.
Inspector Bedward is urging vehicle owners to take extra precautions.
If the vehicle is parked along the roadway, it is easier for the criminals to have access to the vehicle unimpeded. So we're recommending that persons engage in their community neighborhood watch groups. We're presently doing public sensitization as it relates to being aware of where you park your vehicle. If the community comes together, you know that the neighbor parks their car, you know the neighbor. I see somebody in the area lurking that should not or is not known to you. You could probably contact the police or alert other residents.
Amoy Harriet, TVJ News.
As Trelawney celebrates a sharp decline in major crimes since the start of 2025, police are now turning their attention to a growing and deeply troubling issue, domestic violence. O'Shane Masters explains.
While the parish of Trelawney is experiencing a notable reduction in major crimes in early 2025, the police are raising red flags over a concerning rise in domestic violence incidents. Of the 5 murders recorded so far this year, 3 have been linked to domestic disputes, an alarming trend that has prompted the lawmen to intensify their focus on domestic-related conflicts.
We realize that minor issues result in major incidents. So these are the driving force behind what is happening. We treat our domestic issues as if they were murders. We're asking that persons who have these issues, they can come into the police. We'll assist you in getting the necessary interaction and intervention.
You know, I wish that the police would hold that same approach to when the police abuse citizens. You guys hearing me still? I wish the police would hold that approach when they're talking about police abuse. Because minor traffic stops are becoming major problems and major incidents. People lose them life, people foot a get broke up, people face a get licking. Like, you know? So, instead of de-escalating issues in police interactions with citizens, I'm not talking about that area specifically. But let's talk about in general. These minor domestic issues are becoming major problems, right? And leading to people being unalived. Well, sir, these major operations, right, that the police are doing are becoming major issues in terms of the life expectancy of people in Jamaica. In police operations, we see all Pitney are dead. You understand? Yes, children. Wasn't there a little youth? Wasn't there a young man that, you know, he had to play dead to stay alive, if I'm not mistaken? Wasn't there a case like that? It's just amazing to me, man.
Deputy Superintendent of Police Rowan Fletcher, who is in charge of operations for the parish, emphasized that while domestic violence is a top priority, the JCF remains committed to pursuing those intent on disrupting public safety.
We have seen a lull.
The police is disrupting public safety. Some of the police is disrupting public safety. Yes, let's get to 50K, Sharon. Big up your nice clean self. That me I talk about. And big up ABI News TV. Yeah, some I don't know what I say, so. And not even him. I just.
And this is because of our constant interaction where this is concerned. We have our outside members who assist us as well. We partner with several agencies, such as the military and other divisions. So we're presently seeing a lull in these activities.
In the ongoing fight against violent crime, the Trelawney Police have listed 5 individuals on their most wanted list.
Top of the list is Rio Rochester. Rio Rochester is wanted for a murder committed in Stettin District, South Trelawney.
Yo, if Rio Rochester listen to this, General, me don't know if you do no crime, you know. Just bring in yourself. If you know what I mean, know. Bring in yourself. Because the way your things are going right now, all if you give your life to Jesus and baptize and put on your gun and go hide somewhere, when them want to find you, you are still the most wanted man and you are still one criminal. And you know how you go after that. We don't have to put it no further than this. Sir, carry yourself in. I best thing we can tell you.
Rio Rochester is originally from the parish of Manchester. However, he frequents the parish of Clarendon also. We also have Hakeem Frame, otherwise called Chubby.
Chubby, Hakeem Frame, same advice. Same advice. Yeah, man. Give your life to God, man. And carry yourself in here. Yeah, man. Make the court and them evidence and whatever. You understand? Yeah.
Akeem is wanted for a murder committed in Hague District, Trelawney. He is from the parish of Trelawney, however, he also frequents Hanover.
Also on the list are Delmark Sinclair, otherwise called Fry Eye, of Sherwood Content.
No, Delroy Sinclair. You see that Fry Eye tag there with them off by you? You know, sound good. Now I've watched them nickname I wanna get to know. But as I say, you better give up yourself, my general. Friend, them put up on the TV and then put up on the news. Yo, listen to me, man. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing.
So on the list are Delmark Sinclair, otherwise called Fry Eye, of Sherwood Content, O'Neill Demetrius, also known as Boy, or O'Neill. Sir, again, me don't know about you know. At the same cry here, sir. Carry yourself in here. Yeah. Of Low River, and Jermaine Smith, who goes by
Jermaine Smith, worse than Rasta. You don't stand no chance. Them are people that like Rasta in Jamaica, especially under Labour government. So you what you do. Just do the right thing and carry yourself in here, my boss. Good.
Channeman, Crane, or Lando of Allside District in the parish.
Trelawney does not have high numbers of murder, but we are working to get Trelawney to be in a better position than it was last year when the year ended. So we're looking at reduction in all major crimes by the end of this year.
The police say they will continue their dual strategy of aggressive law enforcement and
aggressive law enforcement. You hear that? Aggressive. Madeline Brown Butler, big up.
Community intervention to ensure both the reduction of violent crimes and the protection of vulnerable individuals in domestic settings. O'Shane Masters, TVJ News.
As a situation in also not in uniform. This sparked confusion. The situation intensified when the authorities failed to present official identification.
Splash Digi, Lego them name there, my general.
They were also not in uniform. This sparked concern among both taxi operators and residents about the legitimacy of the operation. The police were eventually called to the scene. The authorities later confirmed that the group attempting to seize the vehicle were indeed officials from the Transport Authority. Chairman of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, Norman Scott, says councillors will be invoking a provision in the constitution of their union to force the Association of Local Government Authorities of Jamaica, ALGJ, to hold the long overdue annual general meeting. The association has not held an AGM since 2018. An attempt was made in January, but the meeting was aborted after a heated standoff.
We had a meeting of the executive on Monday, which again was prematurely adjourned, this time on the false premise of procedural inadequacy.
At last Thursday's monthly meeting of the Municipal Corporation, Mr. Scott said councillors will be asked to sign a petition in support of the decision.
We are going to be using the Constitution of ALGA, which states, Section 7 of its Constitution, states that 1/3 of its membership is deemed the right to demand an AGM within a specified time.
The issue of political billboards was the subject of debate at the recent St. Mary Municipal Corporation meeting. Mayor of Port Maria, Fitzroy Wilson, was taken to task over reports that the corporation collected payments for billboards to be erected for the JLP candidate for Western St. Mary. The issue was raised by former chairman of the corporation, Richard Query.
Since when politicians are in charge for billboards? I have been here doing 22 years and I have never seen a politician paying for billboards. So it was brought to my attention that the candidate always represent here paid for the votes that he has given. And if that is so, I'd like to know when the corporation's policy has changed on political votes.
In response, Mayor Wilson said he was not aware of the matter and an investigation would be done.
I don't know if it's because what is happening in Montego Bay why that happened, but I'm not sure. I don't know if Miss D can.
This is the first I'm hearing about it, so I'll have to investigate.
I was at the meeting. Somebody at the meeting to talk about my information. It was really clear, but somebody was here.
It was very, very clear because I asked the question about the calculation. And this is what they were saying. You know, the rate of joke money. So you have to see that. Then we have to see that one. It came to the meeting, and I was the person who really asked the question about using the calculation of it. So it was very clear that it was political votes.
Mayor Wilson acknowledged that it may have been an oversight. Opposition
Only thing about that, I don't feel like say, look who political football I play with or something with the sign them because of what them are going with on Montego Bay. Because the PMP mayor he mentioned saying don't know if it's what is going on in Montego Bay is the problem why, you know. But I'm sure we're gonna hear more about that. It's heating up, guys.
Spokesman on water and PNP candidate for Western Westmoreland Ian Hales has presented a plan to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, which he says will alleviate the resort town's water woes. Details in this report.
Ian Hales, who was invited to speak to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, displayed his handbook containing plans to fix the parish's water woes. Hales, who is going up against the Jamaica Labour Party's Dr. Garfield James, told the chamber he would put systems in place to prevent price gouging by truck operators.
Almost every truck, don't care what size it is, I don't think it exceeds $5,000 a load to buy the water from the industry. To buy the water. But when it gets to your door, your business place, it's anywhere between $45,000 and $70,000 in some cases.
His other plan is to tap into the Cabarretta and Roaring rivers in order to provide constant supply of water to Negril.
And bring it this side. So we're not going off on that side first. From the Hanover side. We're going to bring it through this side, run it on the corridor, anywhere between a 24 and a 36-inch main, so that we can have the supply over the next 25 to 30 years.
Mr. Hale says he's usually angered when the current minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, is invited to speak in Negril.
When someone comes and tell you about procurement that you have to, it takes around a 2-year process or a 3-year in terms of getting everything. Any minister of government can sign something that is an emergency. Do you have an emergency here in Negril? What you do for the tourism sector? Yes, you do. The emergency you have is water. So it's a project that can be signed off on by the minister. And if that was done, you'd have the pipeline. But something happened last
year. You know, I think I have to cover this story. Yeah, I have to cover this story. This part here needs to be highlighted. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Ian Hales. Yes, sir. Big up yourself for what you're doing. Yes. What he just said a while ago hit home very much. I have to cover this story. This story is noteworthy to cover. Quite so. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo VNR. We're here in the space again. Bolo VNR 2.0, Bolo VNR Clips, Bolo VNR, and Bolo TBV. Subscribe to all of my platforms. Hit the notification bell and click all. Get me to 1,000 subs over by Bolo TBV because we're not yet monetized over there, ladies and gentlemen. No. In this one right here, Ian Hales is specifically about the water crisis in Negril. Let's hear what he has to say.
The candidate for Western Westmoreland, Ian Hales, has presented a plan to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, which he says will alleviate the resort town's water woes. Details in this report.
Ian Hales, who was invited to speak to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, displayed his handbook containing plans to fix the parish's water woes. Hales, who is going up against the Jamaica Labour Party's Dr. Garfield James, told the chamber he would put systems in place to prevent price gouging by truck operators.
Almost every truck, don't care what size it is, I don't think it exceeds $5,000 a load to buy the water from the NWS. To buy the water. But when it gets to your door, your business place, it's anywhere between $45,000 and $70,000 in some cases.
His other plan is to tap into the Cabarretta and Roaring rivers in order to provide constant supply of water to Negril.
And bring it this side. So we're not going to go from that side first, from the Hanover side. We're going to bring it through this side, run it on the corridor, and we're between a 24 and a 36-inch main, so that we can have the supply over the next 25 to 30 years.
Mr. Hale says he's usually angered when the current minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, is invited to speak in Negril.
When someone comes and tell you about procurement, that you have to, it takes around a 2-year process or a 3-year in terms of getting everything. Any minister of government can sign something that is an emergency. Do you have an emergency here in Negril? What you do for the tourism sector? Yes, you do. The emergency you have is water. So it's a project that can be signed off on by the minister, and if that was done, you'd have the pipeline. But something happened last year after they announced the project.
No, ladies and gentlemen, to Ian Hill's point, there is an emergency. There is a crisis actually in Negril, and not just Negril, other places where there's water issue. What further compounds the crisis in Negril is that it is a tourist area, and this government claims that tourism is their cash cow. You would think that is their golden goose. You would think that with it being their golden goose, that areas that are tourist areas would not be out of water for so long. Listen, I know it's not right. I know it's unfair, but I'm just saying, this is how they think. But even with that train of thought, we're still not seeing it happen. Negril is still having the issues it's having. And they're gonna tell you about procurement and procedure. Brethren, is an emergency. Sign off on the project and get it done. Alright? This government is dragging their ever-loving feet. You feel me? I'm making a lot of excuses for underperforming. And it's sad, man. It's sad.
Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
It's sad. I didn't even know that was the end of it. But yeah. That is really, really sad. From that particular situation. And of course, did I cover what he said? I don't know if I did. He spoke about on Andre Stevenson last night the situation with the water. PDTV. I don't know if I covered that already. And that's another issue again, where the NWC has decided that they're not going to be in dialogue or in contact with the KSMC, where the reports of the E. coli water is concerned. Man, listen. Yeah, all these dudes need to resign. I don't care what you talk about. All of them need to go. Let me know what y'all think about that. Oh, wait a minute. It's not finished. Wait a minute.
It's time for a break. Stay with it of Jamaican Dancehall High Ministry to block this report session.
920 year from between the U.S. and
Yeah. I messed up. My bad, y'all. I messed up. Yeah, tell me what to think about that in the comments. Somebody said, all this money holders administration thief. Every household should have water. Jamaica should never have a water problem. I believe so too. Even our future Prime Minister Pete G. Barbara, what's going on, Barbara? Even our future Prime Minister mentioned that last night. He mentioned about the water in St. James. He talked about it. Is it PMP? Is PMP something there? PNP team, right? Let's go to that. PNP team. Let's go to that. I didn't know that situation was so short a while ago. If I'm being very honest with you, I just didn't know. So that's why I'm gonna add this to it, because that was super short.
Man who wrote an impeachment bill will say any politician.
I'm very proud to have disaffected labor right comes out and puts their ex beside the head. Done, or where water is being delivered and it is not.
Here we go.
And heard the tales of woe. And comrades, the next government of the People's National Party has to be a government of integrity.
Yes.
We have to be a government that puts moral values and attitudes at the center of how we govern the country. As I passed through and heard the tales of woe of many of the people in South St. James, of the political victimization that is practiced here, where roads which are being built are fixed and PNP households don't get their section done, or where water is being delivered and it is not being delivered to PNP households. That is a disgusting way to approach governance.
Why so?
Jamaica should not run like that.
No.
We elect a MP and that MP is the MP for everybody.
That is it.
Nikisha will be the MP for everybody.
Tell them, man.
And so we will build a different standard, a more decent and higher standard to how we govern the country. And we know that Jamaica has been terribly set back by the practice of corruption under this government. The cronyism and nepotism which has been practiced. So many scandals. So many senior ministers of government who have had to be pushed out of the cabinet because they have shown themselves unworthy to have the responsibility of looking about the people's business. The Prime Minister himself is not in good standing with the anti-corruption agency of the country, the Integrity Commission. His declarations for several years have not been certified as required by law. It is putting the government and the country into disrepute. He has even gone so far as to try to get the Integrity Commission itself removed, undermined by judicial process, taking the matter to court. He's even trying to say that the offense for which he is being investigated, which is called illicit enrichment, where your assets exceed your disclosed income and you have failed to explain how you lawfully came upon those assets, he's trying to get that offense struck from the law books. It is not a good look. It is not good for Jamaica. And most countries that would allow him, he would no longer be eligible to run for office again in the country.
True.
The Labourites have no shame. They only want power. Anyway, they're not going to keep it because the people of Jamaica have had enough, and them say time come and they want a change, and we represent a force of championing change in this country. Comrades and friends, I have heard the cry in South St. James for water in communities.
Hear this?
And it really, it hurts me when I hear it, because as I drove through the constituency, there is so much water in South St. James, especially up in the hills. Katadupa area, there's ample water. We don't have a water problem, we have a distribution of water problem. And I know that
that is it. Mark Golding understands. We don't have a water problem, we have a distribution of water problem. The man them wicked.
In South St. James, especially up in the hills, Katadupa area, there's ample water. We don't have a water problem, we have a distribution of water problem.
Yes.
And I know that when Nikisha becomes your member of parliament, she is going to advocate relentlessly to solve the water woes of the people of South St. James. I know that to be so. I have heard women here saying that they have to be spending 9,000 a fortnight and more just to pay for water so that they can tidy their children and themselves and do what you have to do with water. And the salaries that are paid in Jamaica to the ordinary Jamaican person, that makes life very, very hard. Very hard indeed.
Yeah.
We've seen the roads. Several of the roads I had to drive on today were in a deplorable state. And it is because there has been no comprehensive, well-organized and planned maintenance program for Jamaica's road network under the Jamaica Labour Party government. So for 9 years, they did nothing to deal with the road situation other than the big projects where lots of money could be made by those who shouldn't make. But the roads that the people drive on every day were left to get into a worse and worse condition. And now that election is upon them, they're trying to spark, them trying to reach, but them not spark and they will not reach because the People's National Party is coming hard and fast.
Yo, we said this well serious. Well serious. You understand? One market G. You understand? It's a distribution problem. Who is this person? This no serious. Me no believe him dead with laugh. How would that person you talk about? You know what you're saying, so I'm not going to react to it yet. I'm going to wait till you're very, very clear upon your position. I miss one more foolishness, I will deem as foolishness. Yeah, we don't really have no toleration. The issues them for Jamaican people are very, very serious. And Mark Golden is definitely, and the People's National Party is definitely standing up for the people of Jamaica. And they are the right choice, in my opinion, moving forward. Because there's no other political party that is running outside of the People's National Party. The one them that are in right now, they are running out of time. You understand? Joan, big up. Me not block her. Me not block her, you know. Me just mark down her name. Anytime I see one next idiot comment or something look like crazy, we shall make fun of something that in context that is not funny. Well, and anytime Mark go in and talk, she make a comment where you look like say yo array, we just cut it off. Simple as that. You understand? Because I not really tolerate certain foolishness. This government is doing the most in destroying our country and destroying our youth. You understand? So I not really tolerate it. Not tolerating it at all. Let me know what you guys think about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is clear the Jamaica Labour Party, in my opinion, based off their actions, are purposefully enabling this water crisis. There is stuff that they can do right off the rip to get things done, executive orders and all, and they have chosen to put their money elsewhere instead of prioritizing making people get water in their pipes all over Jamaica. So, with that said, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Big up Mr. Ian Hales and big up Marcus G and big up the PNP. People, I'm about to go, so see y'all later. Thank you guys for making it Bolo VNR 2.0 today. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. And who knows, I might go live again later. Who knows? Let me see what I'm going in a news cycle. But do some things behind the scenes and go the whole of fresh and touchy road. Look more.